Hi, Timothy Unkert here. In this video, I want to talk about my favorite brackets themes. Yesterday, I did a video on installing brackets on a Chromebook. And brackets, it's a nice looking editor and it does light themes well. So I'll highlight some of those. So I'm going to go through how to install a theme in brackets if you're running brackets off a Chromebook. And then I'm going to go through the different themes that I find the most favorite. Okay. So the first thing here you'll notice on the right-hand side is the extension manager. So if I click on that, you'll see that with this version, I'm unable to access the extension registry. I believe that's something to do with Adobe dropping support for brackets and getting it picked up by the community. This is still an older Adobe version. Watch the video on how to install brackets for more on that. But that doesn't mean you can't install themes. So I'm just going to go over to themes here. And you can install from the URL, okay? So if you find a theme that you like, for instance, my favorite light theme is actually the Notepad++ theme. I can just copy this. Now, I don't want to copy it down here. I want to copy it here. And what I'm going to do is then just paste in the URL and click install. And it's going to go ahead and install, and you can see the installation is successful. Okay, so I'm going to close this out. Now, for most cases, this works. Occasionally, you'll find a theme where it says it's missing a main.js file or something like that, and it doesn't install. But all of the themes I'm going to go over today do install. I also want to make you aware, let me close that out, that I wrote a blog post on this with my 42 favorite themes. I'm going to cover 8 here. I'm going to leave this link for this blog post in the description. I have all the themes here with links to the repositories for each theme, so you can scroll through along with screenshots of an HTML file open. Okay, for the purposes of this video, I'm going to use the HTML file, the getting started with brackets, the one that kind of demonstrates what it can do, that it opens up when you first install the editor. Okay, so to change themes, I've installed the other themes. To change themes, I'm going to go up to View and then Themes. Okay, note you can also change the font size here as well. So the default theme that comes with brackets is Brackets Light. Now, you also have a Brackets Dark, and I'll show you what that looks like. That's the other theme that comes with brackets. So there's 2 themes. The Brackets Dark is a nice dark theme, and the Brackets Light is a good light theme. But you may want something different. Okay, so let's go to my first one, which is Jetbrains Darcula. Okay, and I'm going to show you this one. Now, this one looks, it doesn't like pop with like vibrant colors or something like that, but it's got a nice theming. You know, there's a reason that JetBrains picked this theme. It's basically good for long coding sessions because there's nothing really here that is going to destroy your eyes for looking at the computer for a long time, right? You got some nice subtle oranges and light greens and some light grays over a dark background. You're going to be able to code on this theme for a long period of time, which is why I picked it as one of my favorite themes, okay? And it looks fairly nice, all right? Let's go to the next theme that I want to highlight. So under JetBrains, New One Dark, okay? And if you are a fan of Atom, you'll notice that this is basically a copy of the Atom theme. And there's a reason why this is the default theme for Atom. It has good coloration for the different tags, but at the same point, it's not going to destroy your eyes either. This is another one, just like JetBrains Darcula, where you can code for long periods of time with this theme. It's a nice dark theme. It's not too contrasty. I don't know if that's a word, but and you can just basically spend a long time working on this theme. It got about the same color background as JetBrains Darcula. This one has some lighter reds and lighter greens and lighter oranges for the tags and the attributes and that kind of thing. Okay, let's check out the next theme that I want to cover. Okay, so the next theme is a poppy, vibrant theme. And there are 3 variations of Monokai that I covered in that blog post I talked about. This is probably my favorite one. It's Monokai Strikes Back. This one is a bit better for people who like more contrast. You see this vibrant orange along with the pinks, a little bit brighter greens. The title here is very white. The background is a little bit darker than both Jetbrains Darcula and Atom 1 Dark, but this is a good one if you like themes with contrast. You can really tell the difference in the coloration based off the tags versus the text. You can see a comment here is like gray. It's a really good Monokai style theme. Okay, let's check out the next one. All right, next one is one themed off of Light Table. Okay, now Light Table, you may or may not be familiar with it, but Light Table is, or what, it's still around. It was an editor that was funded maybe by GoFundMe. I have to check on that. I'm not sure on that, but and they created it, I want to say around 2015, 2016. It was a very popular one, but it looks like it's kind of stopped production on it. But the theme is very nice, and the reason why I picked this theme is it's very subtle. You got some subtle coloration with the tags and the attributes here. Text is white, the background's black, but a darker background. But this is one where, again, I could see myself coding for long periods of time with this theme because it's not all these super poppy colors like Monokai Strikes Back. That one, you might not be able to code as long on that one, unless you really like the contrast. But this one is a little bit more subtle. And yeah, I just see long periods of time coding on this theme. Okay, let's move. I believe we're moving to the light themes at this point. All right, so the first one I want to go to is Notepad++. Okay, this is probably my favorite light theme. Now, brackets is interesting. It's built on JavaScript, but it does do, like, some of the Electron editors don't do the light themes very well. They're just too bright and not enough contrast. I feel that this one, and JavaScript's built not quite on Electron, but it's built on JavaScript also. But I feel this one does the light themes pretty well. You notice the text has a good contrast with the background. The tags have nice blues. This is modeled after Notepad++, the default theme there. And we have some reds and purples here. Everything stands out nicely. If you like light themes, this is a great one to spend some time in. I generally would switch to a light theme if I'm coding where there's a lot of light, because when I'm coding in a darker area, you want a dark theme because the computer's going to shine at you, but you want something that kind of matches your surroundings if you are coding for long periods of time. So this one is good for, in a light area, or if you like light themes. Okay, let's go to the next one, which is going to be the Chrome theme. Okay, you notice with this one, there's good contrast, but it's kind of like a light gray background, which some of you may like. You don't want the big glaring white background, but you do like a lighter theme, then this one may be for you because it's a nice gray background, good contrast. Text is black. We've got some light blues and greens here. Everything stands out well. I could see myself coding for a long period of time on this theme. Okay, let's go to the next one. All right, next one, Simple Theme. Okay, this is another one. It's kind of Notepad++y, if that's a word. Instead of red, we've got some oranges here. It's a little bit more subtle than that bright red. Got some blues here, greens here, black text on a white background. It's a good light theme. You can code for a fair amount of time on this theme. Okay, and let's see. The last one I'm going to cover is this Dream PHP, which is built off of a Dreamweaver theme. And this one also, you'll see that it's also very Notepad++y. You got some reds here, different shades of blue here, and the black text along with orange for the comments. Again, this is, I believe, built off of a Dreamweaver theme. it's a great theme. You should also be able to code long periods of time on this theme. Okay. If one of these themes wasn't to your liking, maybe one of the 42 themes I covered in this blog post will be. I'll leave a link to that in the description below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, could you please give it a like, as it will help get out to more people. And if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing, as it really does help the channel grow. I want to thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Have a great day.